Whenever you learned what imaginary numbers were, do you, or maybe you're just watching a video that mentions them? I don't know. And did the teacher for you mention? Am I? No, I don't know where I am. This is not correct. It's not Guatemala. I don't know. Okay, it's Colombia. And the teacher's like, you're learning about imaginary numbers, right? Maybe, yeah, okay. And so this is Botswana, and then the teacher's like, I don't know why they're called imaginary numbers. Oh, and the other thing I said, like, let's say you're watching like some math video, like I don't know, like whatever. And the teacher's like, I don't know why they're called imaginary numbers. They're just as real as any other number. Or the video creator, I don't know. And you're just like, well, I don't know if you would be like this, but this is what I'm like. This is probably South Africa, or I don't know. Yeah, that is just not true, right? Because, hang on, after I do this guess, we're gonna look up the definition of a number. And by the way, where the hell are we? I don't know. I kind of want to go Paraguay, but uh, mm, Vietnam. I don't know. Oh, nice somewhere. Ah, fuck! I went next. Okay, now we're in Malaysia. Okay, that was a pretty good round. Let's look up the definition of a number. Number definition. I don't want the AI slop. An arithmetical value, expressed by word, symbol, or figure representing a particular quantity and used in counting and making calculations for showing for showing order in a series or for identification. Right. So let's focus on this part. Use in counting, representing a particular quantity. You know what that means? Let's think about when numbers were likely. Anyway, I can go back to GeoGuessr now. Let's think about when numbers were likely. Like, I mean, they always existed as much as they do now, but when they were first, vocalized, or maybe that's not the right word because they weren't expressed vocally, but like discussed by humans in some way. Where is this? I'm in the Philippines. Let's think about when that first happened. What were they probably used to describe? Quantities, just like the definition said. Is this South Korea? Yeah. Oops, Japan. Whoops. And so we can understand that from that point, and even still now, the Google definition now, is this India? Still says that they're used to represent quantities. In what way is an imaginary number as much of a real number as a real number is then? Like the argument that people make that these people who just want to be better than you, that's why they say that, by the way. The argument they make is, oh, we use them in math all the time, and in like, I don't know, I'm not that into math anymore. I used to be back in the day, but now I'm just, I don't know. Oh, I just opened my text. That was interesting. Indonesia. Damn, Indonesia's so big. Anyway, where was I? Right, okay, their whole point is like, fuck, bro, I'm like, maybe I can't multitask this. Their whole point, no, I can do this. Their whole point is that imaginary numbers are used all the time in math, and therefore they're not imaginary. That's so fucking stupid. Okay, the multiplication symbol is used all the time. Okay, I get that that's not like exactly the same because the imaginary numbers go in the number part of the equation, and therefore they're more numberish than the multiplication symbol. But that's not the qualification for being what a real number is. The reason, and if you I don't know why they're called imaginary. Like, shut up. I mean, are you like joking? Like, do you surely know? But if you're saying like, maybe you know why, but you think it's stupid, it's not stupid. That's how things are named. Okay, like, you're saying, oh, I don't know why imaginary numbers are called imaginary. They're just as real as real numbers. No, there is a definition of number and a definition of real by which we can include all numbers that are considered real and exclude all numbers that are considered imaginary or complex. Like, that's not a hard thing to like. I get that maybe these people are good at math, like they're making math videos. Oh, oops. Or they're like a math teacher. I'm assuming you're good at math if you're in that situation. But clearly you're lacking some critical thinking because okay, and then the other thing is negative numbers. I wanted to talk about this too. And I thought of a way that those can be. Okay, where are we by the way? Geez Louise. I don't know. I'm going to go Spain, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, we were in Malta. Or is that? Yeah, that's Malta. Negative numbers. Right, I thought about those. Negative numbers can still sort of be used to represent a quantity and have a much better case of being a real number than imaginary numbers. And also, even if they don't, even if you want to say that negative numbers are that negative numbers are not real numbers either, that's fine. I don't care. You can say that, sure. But imaginary numbers definitely are not real numbers. Where am I being stupid? Yeah, there we go. Okay, and here's the negative numbers case. Right. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Let's just say I'm sure you can see where this is going. This is going to debt, clearly. You have debt, right? And you're trading. Like that's something I'm going back to like when these terms were created. And you're trading things. And you're like "Oh, I don't have enough of this now, but when I get my hands on it, it's yours." That's how debt works, right? Then there is value linguistically and just like conceptually in saying that you possess a negative amount of that thing because if you were to get more of it, you would go up to zero and therefore you have less than zero. Like that's one way of thinking about it. I'm not saying that's the right way. Like you could say, "Oh no, I actually just have zero because you want to go by a more like physically grounded and objective way of explaining your possessions." But I'm just saying that is a way that makes that automatically makes negative numbers more real or have a case for being real. Whereas imaginary numbers, I mean, I guess if you define realness as it relates to numbers as just like, but then there's no point like yeah, okay. I guess if you define realness as it relates to numbers to just their ability to be used in some mathematical context, then yeah, you can go ahead. Imaginary numbers are real. But that's just not like what the fuck? What was that? Okay. That is just not how it works most of the time. Like real, I mean, we can also look up the definition of real and find a definition that works. But again, I'm a linguistic descriptivist, not. But not a prescript, whatever. Oh, we're in Bangladesh. But yeah, let's go ahead and real definition. Actually existing as a thing or occurring in fact, not imagined or supposed. Of substance or thing. Right, so the issue here is that real, like, you could, when I was in, like, middle school and elementary school, I had a whole, like, argument with someone about how, like, shapes aren't real. Because they don't have any physical manifestation. Like, you could say a sheet of paper is a rectangle, but it's not actually, it doesn't have the geometric properties of a rectangle. It has volume. It's just really thin. And it's also, obviously, that's ignoring the fact that it's never going to be a perfect rectangle because of how, like, atomic structure works and stuff. And just, like, lines don't really exist. Like, but anyway. that's sort of getting aside from the point, which is where the oh my god, I mean, like, oh, it couldn't have been further. Um, which is, yeah. So the definition, like, textbook wise, relies on like having a physical manifestation, as in like the computer that I'm recording this video on is real. Um, and numbers and shapes and things like that are not real in that sense. Um, but the distinction is that real. I mean, is this whatever? What the hell? Columbia? I don't know. Is that real numbers can be used to quantify real things, and so can and negative numbers sort of also can, technically, but sort of, and imaginary numbers can't. And this whole video was just me rambling about how annoying it is. Not that they say, oh, I think imaginary numbers have a case to be considered real, and we should change the name. That's, if you're saying that, sure, what, go say that. I don't care. It's the fact that they're like, oh my god, I don't know why they're called imaginary numbers. They're just as real. Like, no, they're like, you can clearly make that case as well. That's not, that's, you're being stupid. What the fuck is that? I did not know. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's all. I don't know if that's like a unique experience. I'm sure other people have heard that type of thing being said before. I would assume. All right. This is really quite atrocious. But yeah, I had something else to say. Oh yeah, I mean, it kind of, it's what I was gonna compare it to is it's like the people who say that, they have, I mean, okay, this is kind of, this is just getting a little ad hominem-ish, just like insulting bros, but they have, actually it's not really ad hominem, because the so-called insult that I would be dishing out is just an observation of their style of thinking that I would assume led them to anyway, that sounds even worse. Anyway, fuck. What I was gonna say is, I'm assuming we're just in Namibia. Is that the style of thing that leads you to that is like genuinely the how we think when we're like really really young, and maybe these people. Well, I mean, they're sort of saying it lightheartedly. I'm giving them a little too much flack, but it's sort of like when you're young, and I don't know if you guys will, or if this is gonna make sense when I say it, but like the way you think about, ooh, 214, okay. Um, I don't know. Oh, here's like the state highways. They're just small. 277. Yeah, I don't think I'm finding that. 206. Oh, okay. Very far away. Anyway, the way they're thinking is a very like reductive version of what language is. In that, okay, if you're bilingual, you might have like, or if you were like bilingual from birth, you probably bypass this like level of stupidity that I had when I was really little because I only spoke one language. But I at first assumed that words are like these kind of like natural things that like, because the first words you learn are always nouns. They're the easiest to conceptualize because it's just like, oh, I need a name for that thing. And like mom and dad, and then like after that it's like food and water and milk and things like that. Those are the easiest words because you just say them and it's like you're describing, it. Thailand? I don't know. Oh, I was right with Vietnam. And so when you first learn about that, then like imagine you were able to like start communicating with this little baby who. Also, where are we? Jeez, dude, like these are getting hard. Namibia, I guess. Again, yeah. This is Lesotho. Yeah. imagine you're communicating with that little baby, and you're like explaining to them that there's different languages. Their assumption would just be that like when there's other languages, oh shit, they have like their own, like each word just has its own version in every language, and that's like obviously if you know more than one language, or if you just like think about it enough, you realize that's not how language works. Like they just have like for like basic nouns, there's probably gonna be replicas of the words that you have, but then for like more abstract ways of language, it's more like they just built up their own way of communicating and created words when they where they needed them. If you know what I'm saying. I don't really know how that relate, but that's like the type of linguistic stupidity that you have to be like, oh, I don't know why they call it imaginary numbers. I use them all the time. Could dude, like, get owned, idiot. If they're so imaginary, how come I just did I just graph some stuff on the complex plane, bro? Yep, that's pretty real to me. Um, yeah, that's all. And you're just watching my incoherent rant while I do some mediocre GeoGuessr gameplay. So, there. Speaking of mediocre GeoGuessr, I don't know where this is, but I knew it was none of this. Okay, I was actually thinking about Denmark. I'm gonna keep playing GeoGuessr now. This is kind of interesting, but like I don't know where this is. Maybe I'll play a more. Oh, this might actually be paused now. Fuck, France. I'll play a more interesting map now. Look at all that Europe, dude. It's so annoying. Should I play? Let me look at how I browse maps. Geodetective. No, that's too much thinking for this hour. It's 9 p.m. by the way. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I'll play this. A drone world. Yo, so I'm gonna be horrible at this, huh? Right. Oh, why is this scrolling like that? Wait, is that just how it always is? Maybe. Ah! I have to put a guess down. I'm gonna go Europe, because, yeah. Okay, this feels like maybe Scotland, and I'm just gonna, no, like, yeah, I'm just gonna send that. Okay, Faroe Islands, nice. I was thinking about going something up there, but like, Scotland was a safer bet. I don't know, this seems kind of like Africa. Go Kenya. Alright, this map is stupid. Yo. We're in outer space. We're in a black hole. This is actually... I don't know. I feel like it's... Yeah. It's... Okay. What the heck? This is cool. This feels like maybe Brazil. Fucking idiot. Jesus. Keep opening stuff. I hope there's not like... nothing like crazy personal that I just opened. Yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, okay. This is all fine for people to see. Dude, why are all these maps so weird? I'll just play Community World now. Maybe it's better than Arbitrary. Poland. Dude, what? Nah, Poland's actually getting me, man. But okay. Oh, I just started a new round. I kind of don't want to play it. I guess that'll be all. Maybe I'll play the Wordle. That'll be my other thing. Today's Wordle. Now here's where I'm most conflicted. Do I try to go for the guess that will give me the most information, or the guess that has a chance of being correct, while simultaneously giving me some information, right? Because I know the S. There's on an information gathering standpoint, there's no reason to guess anything that has an S in it. Period. I mean, especially in that spot. I could go an S in another spot if I think there might be an S in that spot, but the best. Anyway, I don't. Why am I fucking saying that? It's so stupid. Just play the fucking game, you idiot. We're going Porky. See, like that was just stupid. Right. No. That was. I didn't mean to type J there, by the way. That was supposed to be a U. You know what? We're going Squid. Okay. We've got an I. Boom. Easy money. Now we go Clashdle. Balloon. It's a troop. It was released in 2016. It's not melee, so it's ranged. It's not epic. It's not 5 elixir, and it has a gender. And it is not in Royal Arena. So, let's give I'm not gonna lie. Kind of brain farting here. We could go Bomber. Bomber's common, right? And well, would they give Bomber a gender? I don't know. Might as well try it. Okay. Yep. They gave Bomber male. All right. That was a competent guess. It's also not 2 elixir, and it's also not common. So it's rare or legendary. Because obviously, champion wasn't in the game at the time. And it's male. Magic Archer. Could be. Oh, we're looking good. Nah. Magic Archer was 2018? Jeez. I don't know why they think I'm gonna know the arena that you get these cards in. It's kind of stupid. Um. Okay, so it is legendary. It's just not 2, 4, 5 elixir. I'm feeling like 3 is the amount of elixir. Would fisherman be considered melee? Cause I'm liking fisherman right now. Unless it's what else could it be? Could be like royal giant. Yeah. No, that's a common. What am I talking about? Yeah, what legendary like I don't know. I'm gonna try fisherman. Oh, fisherman. Jeez. Okay, but it is 3 elixir. Oh, so royal. No, not royal ghost. That's melee. Um. What am I blanking on? What? Dude, come on. Legendary, ranged, 3 elixir, male. Bro, what? Some of you are probably screaming at your computer right now. Dude, no one's watching this. What am I talking about? Um, mm, yo, come on. This should not be that hard. How many 3 elixir cards in the game are there? Like, even are there? Period. Like, God. It's ranged and it's male and it's 3 elixir and it's legendary. And it came out in 2016. Dude, what is this card? Yeah, I deadass might not have it in me. What other legendary is 3 elixir? I mean, there's Bandit. There's female and not male or not ranged. Um, gosh. Yo, I'm really sitting here in silence trying to think about this. Oh my god, I really don't know. Wait, but I can't, like, I'm not giving up on this. Uh, yo, dude, how do I not, bro? Legendary Clash Royale card that's 3 elixir. All I can think of is Fisherman. And it's male? What? Male and does ranged attack. Oh my god, it's Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard, Ice Wizard, Ice Wizard. I always think of Ice Wizard as more elixir, because Wizard and E-Wiz are 4 and 5. Wow. What an idiot.